Hi, this is not a game dev log with a 5 of a kind specific fanfic for you today. There's a couple of new pets with the mini pack 2 it's called. One of those you see here. Let me wait for the name. That's the Nudie branch. It's a very strong tier 1, which is kind of strange to me is that it's actually getting stronger later on because its ability is that it gets extra temp stats when there's no duplicates. And of course in the first 2 rounds you mostly want to have duplicates, as you will see here that ability will not go off because I still want to get the double. But then you can keep it for quite long because later in the game you hardly will have any duplicates, or at least it's not a big downside. But that's not what we're here for. We're of course here for, as you have seen in the thumbnail, specific fanfic. I will put the ability description below, but basically it gets a bunch of extra stats for every pet in your team that has a selling price of more than 3. And beware, I had to find out this myself, abilities do not count. So oyster, pig, golden beetle do not count. It's actually about the one you see here and the one you see here. And then there's another new pet, which is the jewel caterpillar, which I also will put the description of the ability below, which will take 2 trumpets. And I think this is insanely strong in many custom teams, but maybe I'm missing the downside. It takes 2 trumpets and will, in battle on feint, make the selling price of 2 pets 1 gold higher. So basically it's like the old elk on steroids. Maybe that's a bit of a overstatement, but maybe it isn't, because as you see I've frozen the cherry here because there's no other foods I want to buy anyway. I freeze it for a very long time. And that's the only thing you need for the 2 cherries. So the whole goal is of course to get the 5 of the kind specific fanfic, and then make sure that every one of these will have a sell value of 3. And I did a couple of runs. It's decently strong, I think, but it's not easy to get because the pivot is very hard. You have to balance keeping the sell prices high. Of course you will have money for selling the old pets once you get the jewel caterpillar going, but then it's a quite delicate pivot into making sure you don't drop in skills. And also it's very easy to get sniped before the abilities go off. So here we're still in turn 7, so this is the first chance because it's a tier 5. But we do not get it twice, so we have to just survive until we find the first specific fanfic. Eagle, of course, nice. And we also take some cans just because it can help survive some snipes, as I said before. This is also one of the new health foods here, the faint bread. Not so scary. There are some teams you see a lot right now in customs that are kind of scary with the new pets. This is not one of them, even though I don't think we can win this. No, we don't. We don't have a pack optimized for eagle either, so you can get a lot of bad pets. So here we see the first jewel caterpillar, and I actually like the sprite a lot. It's similar to the bad dog, like it has a hood. And it's like, of course I need it for my build, but it's quite a strong pet. Even on turn 8 it's not that bad of a buy for me, because it's just money generating, as long as basically I'm planning to sell all the pets in the team right now, so it's just free money for later. Or free, well, it will pay dividends at least. So now I think we're quite strong with the double eagle, and we're still looking for a specific fanfic. Do we get it here? No, I resigned to let me explain that. So here I buy asparagus because a tier 1 food that makes the price of the sell price 1 gold higher. which because of course it cannot buff itself. So now we have at least always the level 3, the 3 gold dual caterpillar for when we get the specific fanfic. So here I think we're going to do a little bit of buy selling, still waiting for our first specific fanfic. We scale up the dual caterpillar because we are going to keep it for a while. And then we have the currently useless polar bear. So we are on turn 9 with 3 wins, so we have to go quite late, but we also have quite a bit of hearts left. But yeah, of course we just have to find these guys and then survive basically and get all the gold running. So we take more cans, it's a good investment. As I said, we're gonna buy at least 5 more pets, and there we get the first Pacific fanfic, which is awkward with the gold, but then maybe we get the polar bear buff, and otherwise we get the polar bear buff. Here we see another very late Nude branch, and you see that it's still really strong even in these late turns, so I'm not sure if that's gonna be surviving without the nerf. So I think now we bring in we are decently lucky. I don't know which one is better, but we're decently lucky with the polar bear hit and oyster mushroom. Yeah, it's a very useful health food for this kind of stuff, because you can get the shop utility pets and then also give them the ability in battle. So here we get 2 eagles and 2 specific fanfic. Then you see the 2 gold being added, and it's, yeah, so we brought in the 10-10 specific fanfic, and it's already a 26-26. So as long as it doesn't get sniped, it's just a huge pet. So here we even just sell our biggest pet, or one of our biggest pets, and we do want to take a bit of the scaling from the bird of paradise, because like I said, we have to survive the first few snipes. That was basically what I lost all my runs to up until this. This is a decently strong team, but not, I don't think, in turn 12 anymore. But there's a very cool kind of couple of strawberry teams that you didn't see before. This very cute guy, Shima and Naga, can be very annoying in early turns, but here I think we're just too strong with our huge stats. So we level up the bird of paradise. We still need to find a lot more specific fanfic, but we find one here. We give it 1 polar bear buff, and after this battle I will show the gold values of all our shop pets. So this is also a scary team, but I think we just get it by the sheer force. And also there's a slight ordering issue by me, because you have to really think about which one will become the biggest. And of course here I cannot decide the order. So let's just see how much gold I got from this level 2 dual caterpillar. It's 3 gold because it's level 2 and I got the 1 asparagus. Then we have the 6 gold polar bear, the 6 gold specific fanfic, the 4 gold bird of paradise, and the 6 gold eagle. So we got a lot of money in our piggy bank. So now it's just the question of when to bring in. So we sell our level 2 eagle here, gaining a lot of money, so we can get 2 rounds of bird of paradise buffs. We're very lucky with the chocolates here. Let me speed up again. And now we also it's not a new pet, but still a quite new pet, the Venus flytrap, which it's a very useful pet for achievement hunting, but also for this kind of stuff, for 5 of a kinds, or also finding doubles in general, as long as you are optimistic that you can stay alive with your last pet. So, and here I feel I'm so strong, as you can see that I am, that I can just put the biggest pet in the back, and it's it was already into a 50-50. And of course now you see the difficulty, because now I sell a 3 gold plus pet, so that means that next turn the other ones will be less strong if I don't find a way to increase the sell price of this specific fanfic, which we do not, but still I'm hopefully strong enough. So probably you're going to see now that These do not go up to 50-50 if my math estimations are correct. So you see here, I'm less strong, and maybe that even results in a loss this fight. But we still have the Bird of Paradise scaling and the money scaling. So let's see. Oh, this is funny. I'm in the replayer, but I can still kind of go there. So now I'm just buying 2 asparagus on turn 16, which will give a lot of stats, because now these will trigger one more time and this will trigger one more time. So that's 2 asparagus giving us 16 instead. So I think we're back to 50-50s. And we should be big enough to beat this team, because it has no summon support, but a lot of summons, and actually quite big summons. But we easily get them, but we still have a lot of fights to go. We have to get 2 wins. We have to find a pivot, and this is also a very important part for this fight, because at this point the Jewel Caterpillar doesn't make sense. Well, I'd rather have the Bird of Paradise for longer than the Jewel Caterpillar, because I cannot force it to put the money on the new specific fanfic, basically, because that's the only one that matters. So now with the rice, you see that it says it's 4 gold. So somehow the rice actually gets added to the coin that is measured for this ability. So we just bring in another 3 gold pet, and look at these stats pop off. As long as we don't get sniped, we're golden, even though this is a very big team as well. We are easily getting them, and we have the last 5 of the 5th of a kind frozen. So I don't even think I'm playing this perfectly optimal. I do want to bring in a 3 gold one, because otherwise I don't think, but I didn't do the math, that the triggers will be enough. So I do buy the mongoose, but I don't want actually one of his toys. So I just buy the television for funsies. Again, I don't think this last turn is optimal, but now I have 5 specific fanfic. They're each, so this one is even 10 gold. They're each 3 gold or more, so they all will trigger 4 times. And let's see the last, hopefully the last fight, because also this is really the plateau. I don't have a lot of stat food. Let's watch this fight. Gasping Geeks versus the Sour Godfathers. And there we have it. 5 of a kind specific fanfic. Maybe the first in the world, who knows. Thanks for watching, and until next time.